Alright, hello everyone. Welcome back. This is Lord Zath doing some more video work. We turn the volume down just a little bit there, okay? So, yeah, I know some people had said let's get some more basic stuff figured out. So, for those of you guys that need some more help with the basics, no problem. Let me try to get really high up, okay? I'm at about 800 meters up. That should be about good. So, some basics. I'm currently flying using southpaw. So southpaw enables me to turn right or left using the rudder on the right stick. So there's rudder right, there's rudder left, and then my left stick controls my roll. So there we go, I'm rolling left and then I'm rolling right. And then I'm able to do up and down with the left stick as well. Currently not helping my team much, but that's okay. I'm trying to help you guys out a little bit. Right triggers obviously accelerate, left triggers obviously brake. And so some basic maneuvers to kind of get yourself used to in the jet is first obviously your basic turn, and then pull back on the stick enables you to make a full 90-degree turn. I like to add a little bit of rudder left for it. See how it speeds me up just a little bit when I'm ruddering left. I also will slow down as I'm doing this, and notice how now all of a sudden I'm turning faster. So get practice doing this and turning as tightly as you can. If you're inside the cockpit view, you can see I'm keeping my speed around 280, somewhere around there. That's probably the best speed. So that's what you want to stay at, about 260, 70, 80, somewhere around there. Okay. In terms of altitude, the highest you can go is probably about 800 and be safe. You can get up to about 1,000 in this, but I found that if I stay within 800, I'm usually doing better off. Here's the cockpit view. Cockpit view is kind of nice because it does a couple things. One is it tells me where I'm shooting. That's going to be the crosshairs in the middle. You see that circle pipper there? That circle pipper there is designed to kind of help you in terms of gunning. I don't like using it much, so I would just completely ignore it. I find at times that it's completely off. There's that missile icon. That missile icon is telling me where my plane is flying. And come on. I'm getting myself suicided trying to teach you guys how to fly. I hope you like it. That missile icon is telling you where your jet is flying and what direction and stuff like that. It's taking into account things like your speed, your flying direction, and those kinds of things. So here we are right now. We're at the deploy screen, and the jet obviously is not available. You can deploy directly into the jet by hitting down and A. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to be ready. The jet spawn timer is about 40 seconds. So at about 40 seconds, I'll switch down and then pick up. Here it is, boom. Okay, hit down and A really quickly. And there we are. I like to go external. External is hitting the left stick. I like to do external. And one of the things you want to get used to when you're maneuvering is using your rudder in addition to your sticks, and just kind of nice fluid motion with the two of them together. Kind of get used to doing some maneuvering and stuff like that. Loop-de-loops are fun but dangerous because you might be too close to the ground, so be careful with that. Yeah, and then of course there's that missile icon. So if I'm doing this, obviously I'm flying more up, and now I'm flying more down because I'm pulling up. Just kind of an idea of where your body is going. I don't really use it that much. The main thing I'm looking at is going to be my crosshairs. So I'm going to do a little strafing run here. I'm in my anti-ground equipment. Alright, and I'm lining up my crosshairs again with the ground. There we go. I just got one guy. Immediately I like to switch to external view. Just gives me some practice, ability to kind of see more of the area. I'm also looking at my air radar on the left. As you can see there, the enemy frogfoot decided he wanted to go after me. So I'm going to teach him how that's not a good idea. Alright. I'm going way too fast right now. My speed is, my speed's about 300, so that's good. Just kind of following him around right now, staying on his tail. And now's when you want to hit the most. When he's in his turn, and you can kind of pull your turn along with him, that's when you want to hit him. So again, I'm using both sticks here. I'm using my left rudder and I'm using my right rudder while I'm turning. So both sticks. together, and that enables me to see the guy. I'm also doing a little burst fire action. And the guy made a real newbie mistake, and thanks to him doing that, I'm following him into this. He went too high. As you can see, I'm at about 900. Fortunately, because he was so high, I was able to just kind of turn around and nail him. That gives me a good angle now. I can fire in my rockets kind of almost randomly. My goal here is to destroy anti-tank mines, or C4, which I managed to just do. Alright, so I'm going around here. Looks like my team is doing a really nice job here, and another strafing run. Noticing on my tank, or my anti-air, that the tank is up, so I'm going to kind of nose up. The enemy jet is right below me, so I'm going to go into an inverted dive like this. And he still hasn't taken off. I don't know why he hasn't taken off yet. Maybe he's checking his messages, email, or something. So because of that, I'm just going to go and pounce on him. Goodbye. You don't spawn in a jet and sit there. You're going to really tick off your team if you do that. So, let's see. I can see the enemy tank because he just fired his main gun.
Look out for that enemy tank. It's on the move.
Wasn't able to get the disabled, but that area in Caspian border is rife with lights and light poles and stuff like that. It's really hard to make sure that you don't hit it and collide and all that. So basically, the way you want to time it, if you're going to be doing spawn killing, is you want to set yourself up so that you do one run and then you go for it. Now, right now, I'm going back and forth with my rudder, and I'm spamming the back button because I can see on my radar that there's an enemy tank there. But at the same time, it's just not there. So I'm not sure what the deal is with that. Going to external view again because I just saw that frog fly right over me, and he's completely ignoring me. So we're going to show him again why that's not a good idea. Now, as an attacker, you want to do your best to make sure that you are going after their jet. You want to take their jet out because obviously we're depending heavily on those vehicles that we have. Alright, so he's in front of me. I can't see him though. I'm going to go external and see. The main thing I like to do with there he is, he's down low. The best thing I like to do with external is it helps me to get an idea of where the enemy is. Okay, so now I can see I'm right behind him, and I got him to turn. And that's good because now I can do this. Alright, so what I did was I turned with him, I kept that pipper, the crosshairs right in the middle of where he was, and I basically figured out exactly where he's going to be going. Kind of led the target a little bit. Now once again, I'm looking for the enemy tank. There's the enemy tank right there. I got the disable, but I had to pull up. If I didn't pull up in time, I would have obviously crashed into the ground and burned. That would have been bad. So now, going around, making my next pass. And I don't know, there's the tank right there. Getting a little greedy. That's a good tactic for those of you that are still trying to figure out how to fly. Kamikaze! Fly right into the guy. Boom, you get 2 kills for the price of 1. You still have a 2-1 kill death ratio, which is nice. Trail Mix a lot is in our game. He's one of our AVS buddies. So hopefully we can get some help from him with spotting on the ground. Again, as the attacker, it's a little bit more difficult because you don't necessarily know where their tanks are, and your main goal here is just figuring out where their jet is and making sure that the jet is on the ground. Okay, and once again, popped up, and we can see on the radar that the jet is completely ignoring us. So I'm going to get up in the skies here, and looking for the jet. The jet is to the left here. Jet, he just did a nice job of flying right into the pole. Strangely enough, that hasn't happened to me yet. I'm kind of lucky, I guess, in that regard. Some random rockets to try to help our team out on the ground. Maybe it helps, maybe it doesn't. Who knows? Looks like Trail Mix is running in a Humvee right now, so that's cool. And I'm gonna again help my team out by firing rockets in. Maybe I'll get a kill. If anything, I'll at least slow people down from attacking. I can see on the mini map here on the radar that once again we have an enemy tank sitting down there. Thank you, Trail Mix, for spotting that tank. And watch what happens. Whee! And look, their jet is taking off. I usually don't like to spawn kill unless the enemy does one of two things. If the enemy goes in and bails out, and suicides right afterwards, then I'll spawn kill because I think I deserve to get a kill on that guy. If the enemy decides to spawn kill me, obviously I'll go and spawn kill him and make him feel really, really bad about it. So that's usually what I like to do. Enemy tank is trying to shoot me down. Aww. And what I was doing right there was something really stupid. I saw that he was firing at me with the main tank, and I went after him. That's okay. For this video, I figured I might as well show you how the ground is a worse opponent for me than anybody else on the enemy team. So again, checking the scoreboard, looking pretty good there. Got some enemies that are deciding to leave. I don't know why, maybe they had enough. You know, the big thing is when you're going after people, take your time, relax, don't rush into it, don't get too greedy. You saw me getting greedy way too much so far, and because of that, obviously I'm not doing too well. But c'est la vie, that's what happens. And now, let's say someone's trying to go after you, immediately pull hard left and like that. If you see on the radar someone is spawn killing, I like to do that anyway. It's a nice clearing turn, and look, there's the enemy jet. Now I'm currently hitting the brakes a little bit so that he's right in front of me, and boom, in one pass I've managed to disable his jet and destroy it. Of course I didn't get the kill, which is unfortunate, but that's alright. Anytime I'm going to set up for an attack run, I hit the brake. You hit the Y to change your main weapon, so I've done so. I don't see a tank up, now I do. But as you can see, someone had a C4 trap going, so I was able to take it out. And a teammate has spotted the tank, so I'm currently setting up for another strafing run. Going around here, there's the tank. Okay, I'm aiming just a little bit below. There we go. It depends on the icon. If you see the icon like I saw it there, you want to aim just a little bit below the icon. If you see the icon with a star, you want to aim between the two of them. So there's the enemy jet. No one spawned in it. Just now they spawned in it. That jet's been disabled, so they're going to get in there. They're going to try taking off and probably blow up and I'll get the kill, which is really funny. There we go. Just to help them along. Again, I usually don't like to spawn kill unless someone has tried to kill me through spawn killing or otherwise. To me, it's just not fun. And there's a guy over there that's shooting at our chopper. Looks like our chopper just went down. Buddy Trail was in there. Oh well.
Okay, we got a gunner sitting up in our area.
So now we're kind of getting set up to the point where I believe we got there, we got the objective. If not, we're going to get it real soon. Yeah, we got the objective. So now it's going to get kind of tough to get kills. Except for that case. I saw the machine gun firing, the tracer rounds I should say, and I just kind of traced those rounds back to the guy. So again, I'm kind of waiting for that jet to spawn. I see on the mini-map now, there's the enemy mortar, so see if I can help my team figure out where that mortar round is. Currently being locked down. Immediately fired as soon as I heard that DVD noise.
We've got eyes on an enemy jet in Yale.
Enemy jet is airborne, so now I'm changing over to machine guns, and I can see the jet is way behind me. Okay, fired off my flares again, And now I'm going to close my distance with the jet. Very important because he's probably trying to use anti-air rockets. Now I'm inside. I know the jet's at about my altitude, so I don't need to worry about where exactly he is. I just need to figure out turning. And there he is. Okay? Now I'm using a combination again of right and left sticks to keep him within my crosshairs. As I'm rolling, I'm using the left rudder and right rudder and all that good stuff. Alright, now let's see where he is. There he is. Okay, trying to go left here. You want to make sure you keep on the guy, because if he is disabled, if he's got the fire extinguisher, he's got the ability to repair it. It looks like he bailed now. Yep. Now if he suicides, to me that gives me the green light to go ahead and spawn kill. So let's see what happens. No suicide yet. This stage of the game is really kind of tough because really the only chance you have is random kills, just firing like this randomly at Alpha or Bravo at the objectives. The idea being you want to take out any mines, tank mines, C4 rounds, stuff like that that you find here. So I just went after Alpha, I got nothing, so now I'm going to go for Bravo. And look, destroyed explosive. So I potentially ruined someone's day. Stingers, I am not worried about at all. Stingers won't bother me, they're not a big deal. And as you can see, we got a guy that's already working to capture Alpha, or Bravo, it looks like. Just doing some fun little maneuvers because I can. Now, again, it's armed, so I'm firing rockets in to kind of help make sure that my enemy is nowhere near the objective.
The charge has been planted. Objective has been taken out, over.
Now I'll do the same thing with Alpha because Alpha is now lit. So what I'm doing is I'm firing off my rockets. As soon as I fire off my last rocket, I am hitting Y, and I'm switching guns. Even with my left bumper still depressed to fire weapons. And there we go. Despite the fact that I sat around and explained how to fly, I still managed to go 11-4, and I got second highest score. So I'm hoping that I can get back on the defender team because that's the side that I prefer to be on. And we'll see if we can wreck them. Till then.